In honor of Women's History Month and International Women's Day, we are here today with three really wonderful LegalSoft employees. I have with me Nicole, who has been with us, I believe, over a year.
Yep.
And one of the reasons why you stood out for us, Nicole, is you have this remarkable way of having a very full life, but kicking some really good butt at LegalSoft and selling and really hitting one of our highest sale numbers we have here across the board. You are an inspiration to all women at work or outside of work, and you deserve some time to be with us and us hear your story and what makes you shine on International Women's Day.
Thank you. I'm in sales, and as you know, it's primarily male dominated, so I came in here with little to no experience and just paved my own way and just created a good, positive, authentic environment where I just feel that I'm empowered by the people around me, and I feel like I could just break the stereotype of not having experience, being young, having to balance a very heavy, full life, a personal life, a social life, and being a professional businesswoman. So I was able to do that here just by being inspired by the women around me.
Thanks, Nicole.
Thanks, Nicole. You inspire us too.
You really
Yeah.
do.
Thank you.
Then we have Ariana. Ariana, you've been with us, I don't even know how long now. I think it's just over
8
months. Yeah.
Yes.
And you are somebody here that you literally paved your own way. You said, I'm in sales, I'm kicking butt in sales, I'm doing really well, but I want more. And your hunger and drive for more while being a woman and staying authentic and true to yourself has really stood out. And why don't you share with us, what does this day mean to you?
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here, especially with you lovely ladies. This day is truly special to me because when I first came to LegalSoft, I didn't know how I would be in sales. I knew I could sell, but I didn't want to be like your traditional pushy sales man or saleswoman. So I just wanted to do more of a natural approach by just listening, so active listening, showing empathy, and really building a relationship with my clients and fostering that. And that's what made me successful. And I'm just so happy to share that with everyone here and build my own team and feel supported. And I really love what I do. So that's what inspires me and empowers me to keep going every day.
Wonderful.
Thank you. We also have Haley here. Haley, you've been with us, I think, 5 months?
Yes.
Yeah, 5 months. And one of the things that truly stands out with you is you came on board. I think we talked about this yourself, you even mentioned, you have a demeanor that's very kind and sweet and caring, but you are a natural leader. You excel at what your tasks are and your deliverables and all that great stuff. But you are the type of woman that will lead a meeting. She'll start taking charge in such a way where you don't doubt yourself. And you've really shown that around here. And I feel like you're a wonderful inspiration, especially being that you're new. There was no lag time where you then showed, wow, how great and amazing you are. So
Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I think my approach here is, instead of going into a job of what do I need to do, I ask myself, why am I here? And I think having that approach really emphasizes why it's important to me to make an impact and also influence the other women in my team, the women in my field. Being the head of recruitment marketing, this department didn't exist before I came, and I was very happy to create it and come in like blazing.
that's
And
right.
with that being said, the three other women on my team, they're all women. So we are a pact of women for the recruitment marketing. And I really take great pride in that because we were given opportunity, we were given chance, and I really do aim to break the stereotypes, break the barriers, and just let women in this field pave their own path, however they define it.
Really
That's
nice.
awesome.
Truly a big inspiration. I thought it would be interesting if we change gears just a little bit and maybe talk about, because a lot of people can relate to this, a lot of women can relate to this, is what are the challenges? What do we face every day or sometimes multiple times throughout the day in our work world, in the corporate life, while also being a woman?
I think the challenges that I would say I've had experience, especially being in sales, is like, you know, you got to be aggressive, you got to close, you got to do this now. It's like this sense of urgency, right? And I feel like that doesn't lead to success over time. I feel like in order to be really successful at sales is you got to care about what you do and build those relationships, because that's what sustains. You can close as fast, but you can lose that close just as quickly. So when I came in with that kind of flow, it worked better for me. But I feel like it created challenges in the beginning because it could be seen as less persuasive or, you know, like I'm taking too much time. But I'm glad that with time and patience, it worked out. So that is a challenge that I overcame.
Yeah, because your sales have been great. So it's not like your numbers decreased or lacked. Your sales were great. Then you started building your own team. So you did it your own style, which was very unique to you and very, maybe you didn't take the traditional male approach with it or the masculine approach to it, but you did it your way. And you didn't falter at any point.
Thank you.
I really do believe in sales that it is a competitive environment, and I believe in just fostering encouragement throughout it all, and that empowered women empower other women, and that if we could just come together and just build an environment that we feel comfortable in, safe in, and just break the barrier of having to be, you know, so nice on calls. No, you have to be authentic to yourself. You could be aggressive, just as a man does.
Very beautiful and inspirational and powerful and empowering.
Yeah.
And the thing I love is that, because, you know, Nicole and I work in sales together. So at the end of the day, like, we're still trying to reach those numbers and get to the top, right? But one of the things I love diversity as far as like talent. And I always say, watch everyone on the sales floor, because everyone has a unique pitch, everyone has their style, and it's different. And I teach my team all the time, don't stick to one flow or one thing. Find that thing that you love and expand on it. You know, of course, read up on everything, get the most knowledge, but build your own thing, because we honor diversity here. And it shows, it reflects on the board. I mean, a lot of us are doing great on the sales floor, but no salesperson is the same. You know, we each do things differently, and we honor that in each other. And I love that for us.
Embracing individuality is important.
Nice.
Exactly.
What other challenges do we have?
A challenge I faced, and I think this has been reoccurring just in my professional career, is that I am the youngest in the majority of management I work with. And with that being said, I've been told, you don't have enough experience, you don't have enough skill, why should we listen to you when you've only been in the workforce for X amount of time? And I think that honestly fuels my fire to have my voice be heard. And I think that gives me that momentum and that motivation to speak out and speak up when the time comes. And I don't think that has ever cornered me into being quiet, and that is a stereotype that a lot of women have broke recently. When we go into a meeting, we're typically the last to speak, or we only speak when spoken to. And I think we've definitely defied that here at LegalSoft.
Very nice. I love that, and I see that from you, and I relate to that. I have my own experience where, as a woman, especially when you're in the field of human resources, where human resources personnel were typically seen as sometimes the heart of the company, or, you know, we're supposed to create a sense of peace and camaraderie and better company culture. But in order to create that, you must be willing to have the very critical, uncomfortable conversations, sometimes with male staff or your bosses. And for me, was to have the integrity, but also the guts to be able to hold my spine straight and have those conversations, and whether or not I'm being heard, to still do it and have the integrity to do it and not fall, you know, backwards in the mentality of, well, I'm a woman, I won't be listened to, or and things like that, but also to do it my own unique way. There's a reason I'm a woman. I'm appreciative of that, and I want to bring that to the work that I do, not only everywhere else in my life, but like to my job. I want to bring that part of me forward instead of copying a man and doing it the man way. So that's an interesting challenge, because I'm sure we all know we could try to copy the other way,
Right.
and maybe try to be effective, but it doesn't feel good. And sometimes it doesn't even work. But, you know, I think that's an interesting challenge.
Yeah, it definitely stems from being the voice of change, and the only way to make a change is to utilize that inner part of you to speak up and speak out. And with that being said, what would you say your goal is to inspire women in the workplace that we're in?
I would say, and just hearing like you guys, your stories, I mean, I would say that even though challenges do come and they can be discouraging, I remember there was one point I was with Sarvi and like tears came to my eyes because I was like going through something. And she said, you know, I was like, sorry, I'm crying. And she's like, no, you should be okay with crying. You should be okay with letting your emotions show. And I say all that to say is that, you know, if you're going through challenges, don't let that stop you. Let it be a fuel for you. And keep going, you know, don't give up. No day is the same, even though it might rain and might pour and it seems like it's just a negative downfall one week. It could just be, you know, pleasant next week. So just keep going and have faith in yourself. That's what I would say.
Wow, very
Awesome.
nice.
Yes.
I would say there's a sisterhood amongst women, and I think it's stronger than it's ever been. I think it got highlighted about 10 years ago, and it's just been a movement. I think we're all aware of that movement. And never feel alone. If in times where, like Ariana said, you want to cry, I want to cry, I'm going to cry, and I'm going to be proud, and then I'm going to shake it off, and I'm going to move on, and I'm not going to take the back seat, especially if I feel and have a knowing for something that needs to be done. And to always know, women, we are warriors. I mean, there's no species like this.
Yes.
And all of us in our own unique ways.
Yeah, I agree. And I think inspiring a team with compassion and empathy first and foremost is what really drives a deeper connection and a more meaningful impact in collaborating with one another. I don't take the approach of you're here to do a job and that's all you're here for. I think that we bring value in all our own ways, and without that person on our team, maybe the job wouldn't be as successful or as impactful or reach as many people.
Yeah. Here's another piece we should talk about. We have full lives. I mean, a lot of women are mothers or parents. You have that. You have personal lives. Oftentimes, I have noticed in HR, that becomes a conflict for women versus sometimes men don't deal with it the way that we get crossed with it. So it doesn't matter if you're a parent or not parent or other aspects of our lives. How does that fit into how we navigate the workplace?
So yeah, I would say I'm a caregiver. There's a lot of personal stuff going in my family where I feel I have to give 100% there, but also give 100% here. And I think having women around me, I can lift myself up just by being around other women, knowing that it's common, that we have other things, that we could still maintain a business life and a professional life and a personal life at the same time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And I think it's important to like that we don't pretend and we don't act like we don't have issues. I feel like because I've talked to each of you about different things, my personal things. I'm a stepmom. I have things going on outside of here with dancing, and that's what I love to do also. And, you know, you've helped me through your caregiving experience to navigate through some of the questions I had in my mind or the doubts that I had. So sharing is caring, and you sharing your adversity or what you feel is an issue that you're going through really opens up doors for other people. It's inspired me to keep pushing. You've been pushing. Sarvi, you push. You're a mother. You're here every day, all the time, putting your best foot forward. And you know, I love that. And you know, I aspire to have that same calm and that cool and collectiveness. You know, you never know what you can learn from each other.
Embrace it, because it's okay not to be okay. It's okay not to have the best day.
But, I mean, we're human. We're not supposed to be
Right.
okay all the time. That is so
Right.
unnatural. And I think women, we're good at being okay with that and honoring the ever-changing ways of being a human.
I think while we're very expressive, and we definitely hone into that, we're also masters of compartmentalizing. And with that is why we're able to be 100% here, be 100% elsewhere. And as an owner of another company, I also own my own business. And when I'm here, I'm 100% here. When I clock out at the end of the day, I'm 100% there. And I
That's
think
amazing.
having that compartmentalization is why we're able to come here and be so present and be so alive.
I love that.
Absolutely. And to pivot, because Sarvi did great with introducing us, Haley and Nicole,
Yes.
but one of the great reasons why we're able to keep going, I feel like, is because we have Sarvi here, who is HR. And since she has these core beliefs and core values of support and being able to be authentic and express yourself, I think it reflects and it fosters a safe environment for us to empower ourselves to speak up. And so, Sarvi, thank you for honoring us, but we like to honor you too. And Nicole and Haley, I want you guys to, say something about her, but you've been phenomenal to me, and thank you, so I appreciate you.
Oh, that means a lot.
Yeah, and coming from a few other companies I've worked for, I have never had the support or the confidence that you've instilled in me to be able to talk to you about anything and also just be organic with it and not give what you want to hear, but really give what's actually going on. So I do value that it's the open door policy, and that when I'm in there, I know that you're actually hearing me and listening and being supportive to what I have to say.
I would agree. HR has like a bad rep where it's like the bad cop. But honestly, with you, I feel so safe to share how I feel and what I'm going through, and I feel heard. Truly, I feel heard.
Oh,
Thank you,
okay.
Sarvi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you guys saying that stuff, and it matters to me that especially employees here in general, but like our women right now, especially, we're highlighting this day and this month that you and all our other wonderful women here feel supported and highlighted and respected and also protected. The safety in a corporate environment for women is crucial. It's a topic that as of 9 years ago we no longer ignore, and I'm very proud that became my initiative. And I don't know what inspired, I know if we got into a deep dive, but I never stopped. I hit the ground running with that initiative, and I never stopped. And I love that we get to do this together as a team.
Yeah, this is awesome. I love
Yeah.
this round.
Me too. Happy International Women's Day.
Happy International Women's Day. Warriors.
Yes.
Girl power.
Girl power for sure.